Hello everybody, welcome to Snyder's Inc. And today we have got a video that was suggested by Elise Delgado. I believe I said that name right. Whose YouTube channel picture is The Undertaker. So you get respect from me from that one. And they suggested this video. And if you suggest any other videos, you will also get yelled out, shouted out's the word. In videos. My brain works today, I swear. I'm recovering from a 24-hour sick thing, so if I come out 24-hour flu, so if I don't have the greatest thing, my apologies. This is from MN Crime, and this is routine traffic stop uncovers killer mom. And the only reason I know about this is because Elise Delgado suggested it in the recent video, because she thought the recent video I did, which was 6 disturbing things called police body cam, which 2 of them were police impersonators, and they said that this video should have been on here, this body cam video, and when she told me what it was, which I won't repeat yet because it will be on here, I was flabbergasted. I was legitimately flabbergasted. Because I just had to see this. So we're gonna get right into it. If you guys wouldn't mind dropping a super thanks or linking the link to my PayPal for a donation, because I'm pretty sure, considering what this is about, it will not be monetized at all. Hopefully one of the videos I do today will be monetized. I got a few I'm doing. So we'll get right into it. Ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button, subscribe button, comment what you think down below. Again, this is routine traffic stop uncovers killer mom. Let's go.
Blood all over the car.
What looks like blood in there? And
it's not blood, it's deer meat.
Shotgun shells all over this.
Holy.
In all the cases we've covered on this channel, this case is by far the most upsetting we've come across.
Oh my god, that doesn't help. That doesn't make this better. I know what's coming too, and I'm still not prepared for it though.
Follows is never before seen body cam footage as police make a routine traffic stop and discover a truly chilling scene. We'll also show you exclusive security footage capturing the victim's last moments alive. But first, an investigative report on what led up to this tragic incident and the many ways it could have been prevented. Be warned, we will be covering the flaws in child protective services surrounding abusive parents and why those services need to focus more on helping the victims in these cases over their abusers.
I am one of the very few that have always been angry and annoyed at these type of situations, because it comes off very annoying to me when these people, when Child Protective Services fails to do the simplest of fucking jobs. Your job is to protect children from abusers, yet so many children still face abuse because the services can't do their fucking job. They have one job, and they can't do it. I don't understand how Child Protective Services will be like, okay, we gotta help this woman abuse, and then they'll be like, hey, are you abusing them? They're like, nope. They're like, well, guess they're not. See you later. Like, it's... Oh, and I hear some of these cases, I just want to strangle people, because, God, how are you so stupid?
May seem straightforward, but domestic situations can become very complicated in cases where the abuser is the parent of a victim. Let's step back a moment and get some background on what exactly led up to this heinous crime. In December of 2015, Julissa Thaler and Tori Hart's child, Eli Kenneth Alejo Hart, was born. However, their relationship quickly went south. Court summons suggest that Julissa has a long history of substance abuse, including suspicions that she exposed Eli to a controlled substance while she was pregnant. The next line in the summons mentions Eli's genetic disorder, Townes-Brock syndrome, which left baby Eli with hearing loss and cleft feet. At this time, Julissa filed police complaints against...
Hold on, wait, hold on. No, I need to go back. So the belief is that the mother has a history of substance abuse, the one who's revealed to be a killer, and exposed him to a controlled substance when he was born at birth. And that's why he has hearing loss and clenched feet. Jesus.
Police complaints against Tori. She later admitted to the complaints being false, and that because of her mental health issues, she constantly accuses Hart of things that he doesn't do. After years of custody battles and allegations of abuse, Julissa and Tori undergo court-ordered evaluations. For years, Julissa gains custody of Eli, but struggles with homelessness. In October 2020,
How do you keep getting... No, hold on. How do you keep getting custody of someone when you're homeless? Like, in my mind, I feel like it's simple. If you're homeless, you don't have custody of your children because you're not sheltered. This annoys me with courts.
Dakota County Social Services find Eli at Julissa's decrepit home, naked and without hearing aids. The social worker on scene could not locate shoes or clothes for Eli outside of a single set of pajamas. DCSS found a flooded upper floor bathroom, eggs broken and smeared throughout the main level, and food in various stages of decay around the main floor.
They're like, oh my God, this woman has a flooded house. She's sitting there. This kid's naked, has no clothes, a pair of pajamas, and goes out hearing aids. Take her to the hospital, when she comes back, give the kid back to her. I'm losing it. We're only 2 minutes in, and I'm losing my mind at this already. Oh, Jesus. I was not prepared by the fact I should have been. I knew what I was getting into. Delgado told me in the comments what this was about, and yet still I'm fuming. I'm only 2 minutes in.
Julissa is hospitalized for mental health issues, but Eli is returned to her care afterward. Around 3 months later, Child Protective Services again took Eli and placed Julissa into custody on a mental health and welfare hold. Julissa was presenting signs of psychosis and claims that she was hearing voices related to self-harm, among other paranoid delusions. This time, Eli was found with matted hair, cuts on his arms, and without his hearing aids. According to a court summons, Dakota...
Why does she just keep taking his hearing aids? Like, I don't even understand. This is a weird form of abuse. That's just a weird form of abuse. The only thing I could think of, this is sick, twisted shit, this is her logic, was she takes his hearing aids so she can order him to do things which he won't do because he can't hear her, and then so she can abuse him and punish him, saying that he didn't listen to her. That was her reasoning. Because besides that, why in the fuck would you just take a kid's hearing aids? What the fuck weird shit is that for?
Dakota County Judge Timothy Wormiger found it contrary to the welfare of Eli to permit him to remain in Julissa's care because of these 8 reasons, which includes Eli's risk of harm, his lack of food, clothing, shelter, and education, along with Julissa's criminal history and psychosis. Over the next few years, Julissa again and again proves she's not fit to be a parent. Throughout, Tori continuously signals to officials his concerns, which continue to go unheard.
This is another thing I hate, is when we will find a kid deceased, because that is the end result of this. When we find all of these things, it always is revealed Child Protective Services, and they'll be like, man, we really wish we could have prevented this from happening. Man, we feel so sorry that this went the way it did. I'm like, you could have stopped it from going that way if you did your fucking job. All you had to do was your job. And guess what? Wouldn't have happened. They don't know how to. They're fucking idiots.
Here are just a few things Julissa has done, according to a court summons and numerous reports. Julissa told a story of dropping Eli's sippy cup off the side of a cliff in Colorado when he was younger. Her solution? She tied a rope to herself and climbed down to get it, leaving Eli unattended, open to the possibility of him falling off the cliff to his death. During visitation, Julissa berated...
Oh my God, she's psycho. Okay, no, I'm angry at Child Protection. That story's all I need to hear. If I heard that, I'm like, you are never having this kid again. We are 3 minutes in. This video is 14 minutes long, but we are 3 minutes in. I'm losing my mind. I am losing my mind. Delgado, I don't think you warned me enough about this. I don't think you warned me enough about this. I don't think I told you I was I don't know if I told you I was going to react to it. Hold on, I'm going to go see. Did I tell you I was going to react to this? I don't remember. I'm going to check. I'm going to check quickly. Because if I did, you should have commented again telling me not to. Because you had no idea what you were getting me into. You had no fucking clue, Delgado. Well, you're probably not even watching anyways. But you had no clue what you were getting me into. I'm losing my fucking mind right now because of this bullshit that this damn person. Yeah, I did say I would react to it, so I did tell you. You should have told me not to. I am losing my mind 3 minutes in. What type of fucking woman, what type of person goes, puts a rope near a cliff and puts a thing, and it leaves the child untended, and was open to the possibility, was open to the idea that he falls to his death off the cliff? Who in the right mind does that? This woman doesn't need mental help. She needs to be permanently in a psych ward, not allowed near children. She's concerned for any human being. She's concerned for a children's human being, which we find out why. She's concerned for just a human being walking, because she'll just do some fucking psychotic shit. She doesn't have any sense of reality in her head. How the fuck? This is this isn't even like small little things that should make Child Protective Services should be shut down as a result of this. Because this is blatant negligence. This is so much negligence as a result of this that it's almost fucking insanity. The level of negligence that have been done as a result of this. Because I would hear that story and immediately say you're never allowed near children. Just the cliff story is all I would say to be like, you're not allowed near children again. Once you tell me in court that I was open to, she dropped the sippy cup, I'm going to tie a rope, and I was very open to the possibility, and very open to the idea that he falls off his cliff to his death. I'm going to say you are never allowed near children again, because you have no sense of reality, and you have no common sense in your head at all.
Hated Eli for the problems in her life and relationship, blaming him for the rotten food in her home, even after rotten food continued to exist in her household. After Eli was taken into foster care, Julissa told a social worker she can't eat or sleep and that she was living off Mountain Dew and cigarettes. After Julissa's visitations, Eli would have bathroom accidents, which was not typical for him. Julissa showed Eli disturbing videos she took of cat feces, along with images of naked women. Julissa gifted Eli.
Why? Why would you take pictures of cat feces? That's more weirder for her. That's not even like that's just weird. Those last two are just weird. Why would you what do you want to do when you look at a naked woman? Why do you want him? Why are you showing him pictures of cat feces? No, the cat feces is the one that have my attention more, because I know weird people that have done that to me, showing me random pictures of naked women. It wasn't my parents, but people knew my parents who've done it when I was younger. But I never could understand if they showed me a thing of cat feces. I'd more just be confused than probably as Eli would. That's just fucking weird.
Eli a smartwatch and would call and text him during Tori's visitation time. In the time Julissa needed to better herself for the court to gain custody of Eli, she had the police called on her over 20 times in a 10-month span. Julissa set up a noise machine in her home because she believed neighbors were spying on her. Julissa submitted numerous false police reports of Tori, claiming he was stalking her and was on methamphetamines. Both these accusations and more were disproven. During DCSS visits to her home, Julissa was found to be raising ducks in her living space, despite her attempts to hide them during inspections.
How? No, I am now more certain that whoever had the case of this woman in Child Protective Services needs to be arrested and charged. Because this is no longer, this is just blatant ignoring it. Like, there was no way, there was no example you could give, there was no logic you could give me that this isn't just ignoring it. You are ignoring this child. You don't give a fuck about this child. And I know Child Protective Services really don't care about the child. You could probably show them one tied up and beaten with a fucking stick, and they probably, if they decide, if they really, you get one of the lucky few, they probably just like, well, it looks fine to me, and just go about their business. It's sickening. Makes me sick to my stomach.
2 separate landlords kicked her out for causing problems. Julissa reportedly drove erratically when dropping Eli off at school, speeding on multiple occasions, and supposedly left tire marks on school grounds. While at school, Eli told teachers he didn't sleep the night before when he was with Julissa. His behavior also reportedly dropped dramatically at school when he was under her care. Julissa lied to the court about buying tickets to Disney World and did so in hopes that it would expedite the custody process to allow her to leave the state with Eli. Julissa stole prescription drugs, and during court-ordered drug test, she consistently failed. She also failed to keep up with court-ordered therapy sessions and parenting classes for over a year, and was given multiple 60-day extensions by the court to fulfill those requirements. Throughout all of Julissa's trouble...
I have a question. Was everyone in the court system and child protective services on the same substances that this woman was on? Because this is not even, this is so fucking ludicrous that during all of this she has access to this child. Nothing she has done, there was, I am now under the impression that this was all a ploy. You could convince me that the court and child protector and all ployed to kill this child, because they wanted this child dead. Because there's no logic to this unless they just wanted this child to die, because they knew he was gonna. You cannot honestly look at this and not know this child's gonna die under her care. Maybe not die the way you think that he ended up dead, but definitely was going to die under her care. There's no way he wasn't.
Troublesome actions, Tory voiced his concerns for years to officials for the sake of Eli's safety. According to a court summons, here's some communications Tory sent to officials about his custody case and Julissa's actions. I do have concerns with her mental state that she could do something drastic. The whole purpose of this is to protect Eli, yet I feel he is now being put at risk. What kind of damage is this doing to Eli? This is terrifying to me and upsets me that Eli continues to have to go through this. How is this okay? How will Dakota County monitor Eli's safety and well-being now? Eli is in danger every day he is with her. My son is not safe with her. Who is protecting Eli? Even Eli's caregiver addressed concerns to officials saying, I feel so bad for Eli. I feel he will be injured or worse being back with his mom. Due to Julissa's false allegations against Tory, he agreed to comply with a safety and permanency plan in order to secure permanent custody of Eli. This included completing domestic violence and parenting classes, randomized drug testing, a mental health assessment, and adhering to an order for protection. In contrast to Julissa, Tory fulfilled all requirements. DCSS reported positive visitations with Tory, noting Eli's happiness, energy, and enjoyment during their time together. According to a court summons, DCSS reports can be quoted that, during these visits with Mr. Hart, Eli is noticeably smiling, talkative, energetic, and he seems to enjoy them. Despite the countless negative reports on Julissa and the positivity and capability of parenting shown by Tory, the court system continually pushed for reunification of the child with their mother over the father. Fast forward to March 20.
Yeah, I'm now certain. I keep pushing. I'm sorry I keep pausing it. But the more I hear this, the more I'm baffled by the court system. This has to be a plan to kill this child. I don't think we'll be convinced otherwise. Because there is no... Everything they have said immediately leads to... he should be with the father. Yet somehow they're like, oh, he's really happy with her, and he's safe with him. Oh, like, he's really happy with him and safe with him, and he enjoys being with him, and he hates being around her, and he's always in pain and all this shit around her, and he might be in trouble around her. Push him, send him there. I think they actually wanted him to die. I'm now certain of this.
2022, Tory filed for custody of Eli in Hennepin County Court, possibly to change the jurisdiction due to concerns about the current court's handling of the case. However, Hennepin Court said they couldn't grant custody due to the ongoing case in Dakota County, and could only move forward if the Chips case were to be dismissed. Within days, the court moved to dismiss the Chips file. Unbelievably, on May 4, 2022, the same defendant who filed all those negative reports against Julissa pushed to remove Eli from court supervision and into reunification with Julissa. Reports made on a later date cited the defendant had no immediate concern for Eli's physical well-being at the...
Yep, no, they want him dead. They want him dead. They want him dead. They want to kill this child. I am certain. I don't care that this ain't gonna get me in trouble. I don't care if it does. I will say this on public grounds and everywhere. They wanted this child dead.
At this point, Eli had been in foster care for 466 days. Despite the recorded evidence that Julissa was not fit to parent Eli, Dakota County Judge Tim Wormiger removed Eli from the county's protection on May 10, 2022. Court summons show that a Dakota County social worker and one of Eli's court-appointed guardians both recommended that Julissa be reunified with her son. Adding more devastation to this case, a hearing was set for the very next day on May 11th, as an opportunity for Tori to raise immediate concerns to prevent the reunification. Unfortunately, the hearing was canceled, robbing Tori of this valuable opportunity. 6 days later, on May 17th, receipts show Julissa would purchase a shotgun with what was likely dozens of rounds, along with a revolver. The receipt even thanks her by name for the purchase. Just 3 days later, on May 20th, 2022, Julissa would be found driving a vehicle that was missing a tire and had its back window smashed open. Officers would soon pull her over.
Yeah, they got her here.
I know what's about to be found, and this last 8 minutes has made me so fucking angry. I did not know how angry this would get me, because nothing about this makes any fucking sense. How does all of this just lead to him being with the mother, not the father? I don't understand what logic the court and everything could have went with, unless they wanted this child to die. What logic you could go with that this woman's the fit parent over the dad? The only thing I could come up with is they wanted this child to die. They just were like one of those weird people that just, if this child dies, he dies. That's what they thought was. They're like, go give it to her. Hopefully the child dies as a result of it. And we can arrest her then. Because, like, that's the only thought I had in my head. Because there's no logic to this.
Never. Copy that.
After a few minutes, two officers approach her vehicle from either side. According to police reports, the officers noticed shotgun shells, blood in the vehicle, and on Julissa herself, and what appeared to be gunshot holes in the back of the car seat. Julissa herself seems overly calm about the whole situation. According to police reports, she claimed the blood on her came from removing a tampon. Other suspicious claims were also made by Julissa, as seen from this limited body cam footage.
There is no tire there. All right. There's what?
There's blood all over the car.
Traffic violation. I have a broken windshield and I'm missing a tire because some kids were shooting at my car. I had some.
What looks like blood in there? And
It's not blood. It's deer meat. I had a big bag of, there's a farm around here that does deer meat and hamburgers. So.
Shotgun shells all over the side.
yeah.
Despite the incredibly questionable scene the officers discovered Julissa in, the officers decided to release her, personally chauffeuring her a ride home to her apartment. The officers who work in Hennepin County, home to Minneapolis, also may have feared getting a complaint from the woman, factoring into their decision-making.
Who gives a fuck? You give the blame for this woman. I don't fucking understand these people. How snowflake weak are these fucking people? How weak are these people? These people are so concerned that likely someone says anything negative about them that they fucking will all crumple. So they're like, okay, and have her say that. If she says, if we find there's blood and all the thing, and she just says they were a little bit mean to us, it might be bad. We gotta treat this woman like she's the fucking greatest thing in earth, and she might say something a little bit negative about us.
According to news reports, the search warrant for Julissa's vehicle indicated the police released her because she was growing impatient, cold, and refused to sit in the squad.
Who gives a fuck? If you're suspicious she committed a crime, who cares? There are people. There's been a case where officers leave someone in the backseat of a car who had fucking brain damage, for God's sakes. Mr. Ball and that recovered it. So that's fucking fine, but like, she's like, oh, I don't want to stay in the car. Like, shit, we gotta get her out of here. She might complain.
Back at the blood-soaked vehicle, officers developed probable cause and did a deeper search of the vehicle.
Holy. We got a body. All right, let's cover it.
According to reports, officers rushed back to the apartment where they just dropped Julissa off. They discovered she was no longer there.
Of course she was no longer there. Of course she left. She knows. in the car? That's what I'm saying, you fucking idiots.
She left a washing machine running with what was later determined to be filled with the clothes she was just wearing. Soon after, officers located Julissa leaving the area on foot, and she was placed under arrest. Officers then observed that she had what appeared to be brain matter in her hair. Based off witness statements and off the physical damage her vehicle left on the road, officers were able to track the past movements of the vehicle. Along this route, they found multiple locations where blood and brain matter had been discarded. One dumpster had a bloody child booster seat that had sustained damage from a shotgun blast. In another dumpster, officers located a backpack, blood, bone, and what appeared to be more brain matter. We've elected to not show the photos containing blood or human remains.
Appreciate that.
In court, more shocking evidence would come out against Julissa. According to a source from CARE 11, these are some of the search terms from Julissa's browser history, which includes how much blood can a 6-year-old lose, how life insurance investigates a death claim, and how much does life insurance pay for a dead child, among other damning searches. It was later determined that Julissa had shot Eli 9 times in the head and torso area of his body, likely while he was strapped in his car seat. Thorough work by police and detectives also uncovered surveillance video showing Eli being escorted by Julissa in the moments prior to his murder. The video, which shows the boy smiling and playing, would tragically be the last video of the child. At one point, Julissa's own grandmother and father even disagreed with the handling of the custody case leading up to the murder. Julissa's
No fucking shit. I think anyone who does it, who agrees with the case, how way they have this custody case, needs to be in prison. I think there's a lot of people that need to be in prison along with Julissa here.
grandmother claimed Tori doesn't have a mean bone in his body, and said of her granddaughter Julissa that she is good at manipulating people, and I blame the court system for not helping her out. We all told the social workers that she needs to be institutionalized, not just for a month, but maybe for a year or more. But nobody listened. Julissa's father said, I gave the judge her detailed mental health history. I told him that she was displaying paranoia and auditory hallucinations. I said I feared for Eli's safety. It all fell on deaf ears. Julissa did not mince words with how she felt about the situation.
Ms. Scholar, you have a right to speak this morning if you'd like. You don't have any obligation to speak, but if you'd like to
I would love to hear what the fuck this cunt's about to say.
choose to speak, now is the time to do it.
Yes, I would like to say something.
Go ahead.
I'm innocent. You all, you're garbage. That's all you're on.
Clearly, Julissa's lawyer isn't too happy about her choice of words.
Oh, she's like, I'm stuck with this bitch.
Ms. Scholar, I don't know that that's appropriate here.
Sorry I told you what somebody else can.
Julissa Thaler was sentenced with first-degree predetermined murder and second-degree intentional murder for shooting Eli no less than 9 times. She has received life in prison without the possibility of parole.
Good!
Currently, Tori is in the process of suing the defendants and a caretaker of Eli, who can
Good! Good on you, Eli! Good on you, Eli! You should be suing them fuckers. You should be suing the people who handled that case, because this all could have been prevented. You won't win because the court system's fucked, so they'll probably somehow win, but you should be suing them and making it fucking public as can.
continue to suggest reuniting Eli with Julissa. That outcome is yet to be determined. Unfortunately, this is not the only case of this nature that was mishandled by Minnesota, and more specifically Dakota County and Ramsey County Child Support Services. Most recently, Child Protective Services has again come under scrutiny after allowing a parent with a violent history custody of his children. In this case, it was a father who won
Look, you can't tell me this.
custody.
You can't tell me this isn't Floyd Mayweather. Look, I know it isn't. But you can't tell me, look at this man and tell me he does not look like Floyd Mayweather.
And would later go on to shoot and kill 2 Burnsville police officers and a firefighter with a rifle on Sunday, February 18, 2024, while 7 of his children were with him. The standoff ended when the father took his own life. This interview, conducted by a source from CARE 11, shows the frustrations that the mother of some of the children has with the way her custody case was handled.
Even though their dad is this monster, that's still their father. They had unconditional love for him. And it hurts me because it's like somebody so evil like that and they still get all the love from their children. He could have took them. He could have done a lot, so my main focus is just to get their mental health in order, because it's not going to be like overnight. It's going to be something that's an ongoing thing.
A statement released
I cannot believe believe that they are just... I guarantee you they believe they handled the case fucking perfectly. They will never admit they made a bad mistake or a bad call. It's like, no, we handled it perfectly. It's just unfortunate it led to this situation we could have never known.
By Ramsey County in Minnesota has this to say about these kinds of cases. In Minnesota, counties are required by law to work toward family reunification in child protection cases unless specifically accepted by statute. When a parent is found to be compliant with court orders during the period their child...
Which they weren't. You've made it crystal clear this woman wasn't. She failed in every regard, so that's not even a good answer.
Child is placed out of the home, a child must be returned to the parent's care. Following reunification with their child, a parent is no longer legally compelled to work with social services. A family may also relocate of their own volition. Hopefully, swift changes in how cases like these are handled happen soon to prevent future tragedies.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, don't give me this one. I don't like this fucking statement. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for this reaction video. Let me know what you think of this fucking insanity in the comments. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all for the next one.